Fala aí galera, hoje continuando aqui Mass Effect Andromeda no PC, então vamos continuar aqui o jogo. No último vídeo a gente começou aí as missões principais, galera. Então aqui a gente tem a missão Reunião na Nexus, então a gente vai ter um monotrilho na Nexus, porque a gente acabou de chegar na base onde as arcas vão se encontrar, né? Então essa aqui é a arca dos humanos, mas também tem a das outras raças aí do Mass Effect, que elas estão se reunindo aí na Galáxia de Andromeda. Então o pai do Scott acabou morrendo e ele virou o explorador aqui. Ele ganhou o título de explorador. E agora ele vai ter que arcar com as consequências. A irmã dele ainda não acordou, né? Ela tá em um coma louco lá. E a gente não teve acesso à segunda personagem ainda. Mas eu acho que não vai dar pra jogar com ela porque a gente já escolheu ele aí para jogar esta campanha.
Means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one?
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
We all could.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead.
Beleza, então a gente tá pegando aqui o monotrilho pra chegar até a parte da frente aqui da Hyperion.
Here we are.
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody?
E todo mundo não está aqui.
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
How does the immigration process work?
We ask that you submit to a brief medical exam to ensure your health and well-being after making such a long journey. Once you've been cleared, our colonization experts will assist you in finding your new home. Please be mindful of the queue. Thousands of eager colonists like you are waiting to begin their new life in Andromeda.
Where? Place is deserted.
Where do colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will assist you in choosing the home world of your dreams. Will it be the tropical paradise of Habitat 7, the gentle rolling hills of Habitat 3, or perhaps the mysterious twilight world of Habitat 5? Whichever you choose, rest assured our Pathfinders have carefully vetted all colony worlds to ensure your security and prosperity.
Oh boy.
Habitat 7? That's where we landed. She's way out of date.
É, eu acho que o negócio melou,
What can you
velho.
tell me about the Andromeda Galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light-years away from the Milky Way galaxy. This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making you a brave pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Helios Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus serves as the central hub for the Andromeda Initiative's colonization efforts. It is the first destination for all colonists upon their arrival in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many venues the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after effects you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is everyone?
Tá todo mundo ferrado.
That's all.
It has been my pleasure. Please see one of our helpful immigration staff for further assistance.
Ninguém chegou, eles foram os primeiros.
Home in Andromeda, where the brightest star is you. Current wait time for immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
Ok. Então, esse lugar que já deveria estar pronto, que não está, foi mandado, né, por sondas, mas o lugar não tá pronto, ninguém chegou, as outras arcas
It's
também
like
não.
they didn't finish building it.
A inteligência artificial falhou.
There's a guy.
Olha o
Maybe
cara
he's got
aqui.
champagne.
Deve ser
Hi
um
there.
robô. Tá não.
We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an Ark? Yeah, we just got in.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
But we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or...
Ah, então eles estão aí.
But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it. I'm Tyrion Candros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
Ah, então tem a gente aqui.
I'm Scott Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
Ok,
Everything
então...
that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we called them.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
Puta que merda.
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first...
We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
É engraçado que tem um de cada
I'm
espécie
Jaren
que a gente já
Kent,
conhece.
Director of the Initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
Not as much as it means to us. We had one hell of a time getting here. Nice to see some friendly faces.
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs.
Nossa, que cara
Where's the
mais...
Pathfinder?
You're looking at him.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
I may not have been the first choice, but I'm ready for this.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
That's no way to treat a guest. I'm Nak Morkesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance to
Ma'am, the
bloom.
Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Nossa, tá tudo em construção ainda. Xiii. Isso não vai ser muito legal. Mas vamos lá. Então a gente vai ter que conversar com todo mundo aqui. Deixa eu ver. Ó, a gente tem aqui o escritório. Fale com a Edson aqui. Vou falar com você primeiro.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec. Not how he died. I pulled those logs. What happened with Pathfinder?
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left half our gene stock back home. Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
There's also the strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends? Or...
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a Pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
You've had no colony successes in over a year. How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus a citadel, not headed by Tan, or even me.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Ok, ela não vai me chamar de Pathfinder, ela vai me chamar de Ryder. Ok, vamos aqui conversar com os outros vagabundos.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
10. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Jean Garson, was killed.
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
Nothing more for now.
See you later. Yes, I know the Hyperion
Isso aqui, obrigado. Vamos falar com o Tantan agora. Depois a gente falar com o Kandros. Ou aqui vai ser o Kandros.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
I thought it didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off, maybe you'll look like the leader you pretend to be.
But first, you have to succeed at being the Pathfinder you pretend to be.
Where's my ship?
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Ok, a gente vai ter que voltar lá pro... Bom, a gente ganhou alguns pontos aqui. Mas eu tenho que falar com ele de novo?
Ryder, you may have a less than flattering view of me, but I want to express my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc. We'll find them.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave. But before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership. When the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Jean Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
We came across alien technology on Habitat 7. It seemed to affect the weather. Your people know anything about that?
There have been reports. Failed scouting missions have mentioned advanced structures of unknown design. Whatever they are, they defy explanation. But with our resources stretched so tight, no one has had a chance to study them. And what if the answer was bad for morale? Suppose these things turn people into food. All we know is the Ket are interested in them. I'd rather not stir things up.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the Cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course, as you pointed out, we need each other. Our futures depend on each other's success.
Nossa, mano, é muita informação. Mas então aqui agora a gente tem algumas missões abertas. A gente tem conhecendo a Nexus. E depois a gente vai ter algumas coisas aqui. Vamos... Peraí. Ah, dá pra salvar o jogo aqui finalmente. Deixa eu fazer um save que eu não tinha feito nenhum ainda. Só tava no save automático. Eu tenho que falar com os cientistas aqui ainda e com o Kandros.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know? Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis.
So-so.
Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Ok. Então... Aqui tem as
This console
missões...
reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate.
What am I going to do?
Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to...
Deixa eu ver
That's the
aqui.
console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Kandros.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Tá, deixa eu ver isso aqui, galera. Porque isso aqui, ó, deve ser aqueles minigames de missões. Então, descubra os planos dos inimigos. Parará, parará, parará. Então, lê a descrição de cada missão. Tá. Então é assim, aqui são equipes de assalto, são missões secundárias que eu não vou fazer, vão ser equipes... É tipo um minigame aqui pra você acertar suas tropas. Então, chance de sucesso, 5%. Acho que é uma péssima ideia eu tentar essa aqui. 78... 70... Vamos pegar uma que eu tenho bastante chance de... Ó, missão das packs. Você quer jogar essa... Mandar uma equipe de assalto. 70%. A gente pode fazer também, mas... 18%. Eu acho que eu vou fazer aquela que eu tenho 78%. Essa aqui, né? Não. Oh, meu Deus. Cadê? 78. Vamos começar a missão aqui. Beleza, já tem uma equipe fazendo. E por enquanto acho que não dá pra mandar uma segunda equipe, eu acho. Eu vou ter que esperar. Logo logo elas vão fazer alguma coisa. Status da Apex. A Mariette tá aqui já querendo uma missãozinha. Vamos falar com os cientistas aqui agora.
It was toxic. What? You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Ok, ganhei mais 3 pontos de habilidades agora. E temos... Aqui na Nex a gente tem que falar com a Toriana Perturbada, que deve ser essa tia aqui.
What am I... It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at
O
last.
pessoal tá meio duro aqui, né?
Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
Tá.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Tá, minha filha, eu não quero saber de você. Então já começamos a abrir aí algumas missões aí. Então, um começo melhor aqui, a gente tem que falar com o Sen Hyperion. Temos as arcas perdidas, que a gente tem encontrado outras arcas para melhorar a estação. A tarefa do Hillius, o primeiro assassino. Tarefas adicionais aqui a gente não colocou. E as missões completadas foram essas que a gente fez até agora. O primeiro golpe, blá 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 blá. Vamos voltar aqui para um começo melhor, depois a gente faz essas daí. Tem muita coisa para fazer no jogo, galera. Vocês viram que essa primeira parte do vídeo aqui só foi diálogos, introduções e coisas, porque o começo do jogo é assim mesmo. Mass Effect tem bastante coisa assim para você.
Hello, I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the
Ficar
Nexus has
explorando,
come to life.
tal.
You and all your colleagues bind our proud new colonies together. Look around at your achievements. And if you have any questions, my door is always open.
Founder Garson's office is located at workspace not allocated. Please select a topic.
Meus dados.
You are Scott Ryder, salary code 19B, active Pathfinder. Your supervisor is Director Tan. Based on current staffing needs, you will be eligible for paid vacation time in 587 days.
Seriously?
Why not plan on which beautiful colony you'll vacation on while you wait?
Okay.
For initiative strategy and Pathfinder coordination, please see Director Jaren Tan. For colonial affairs or outpost status,
essa aqui é
please see
besteira.
for
Blá,
militia
blá, blá,
operations
blá.
or Apex. Integration from the Hyperion is ongoing.
Blá, blá,
Personnel
blá.
are still viable planets capable of we have few viable planets. The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands after discovering 7 worlds
Tá,
nicknamed.
vai cagar todo mundo, vai. Eu já conheci bastante isso aí. Oi, bunda. Tá, vamos lá falar com o meu... Opa, não é aqui. Eu tenho que ir, acho que até o... Onde que é o bagulho? Ah, é por aqui por baixo. Ah, meu Deus! Então a estação está viva, pelo menos, né? Mas a gente tem um grande problema. Porque vai tudo cair nas nossas costas. A gente é a única arca viva. E os caras precisam do explorador, que sou eu, pra... Não pra salvar a arca, mas pra salvar a estação, mas tipo... Eu não sou o chefe, mas eu sou um dos caras tão importantes que vai tudo cair em cima de mim. Se tivesse as outras arcas aqui, os outros exploradores poderiam me ajudar. Mas como não vai rolar isso aqui, a gente tem que se dane. Agora, galera, aqui nas habilidades, a gente tem mais 3 pontos. E a gente também pode melhorar a Cora. Ela tem 4 pontos aqui. Vamos comprar isso aqui. Não. Vamos comprar isso aqui também. Inofensivo, vou comprar isso aqui também. Não. Tava bom isso aqui. Ela não consegue comprar mais um? Não. Vai ficar assim. Confirmar isso aí. Yes. O Liam também tem mais 4 pontos aqui. Vamos comprar o golpe caótico. Treinamento militar. Isso aqui. Vamos confirmar. Tá, agora eu tenho 3 pontos aqui. Vamos ver o que eu posso comprar. Sobrecarga. Não. Então, aqui são três árvores de habilidades, né, galera? Tem biótica, tecnologia e combate. Normalmente no Mass Effect eu jogo com combate. Vamos comprar o fuzil de assalto aqui melhorzinho. E... deixa eu ver. Barricata. Não, barricata ele fica melhor. Carga turbo ele carrega mais rápido. Vou comprar isso aqui então. Normalmente eu uso essa árvore de habilidades de combate, mas a gente vai vendo aí com o tempo que a gente usa. Agora vamos subir. Lá, 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 lá. Aqui é o átrio. Vai, povo. Todo mundo aí parado, ninguém faz porra nenhuma.
Hello, Scott. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Keeping things like this secret just makes everyone suspicious. Like you're up to something.
Alec didn't think others would understand. He viewed it as a symbiotic relationship, benefiting us both.
What do you get out of this?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah, he's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Bom, então aqui a gente tem alguns perfis. Então temos soldado, engenheiro, adepto, sentinela, ó, tecnologias bióticas, combate agressivo. Ó, ele combate biótica, combate tecnologia, combate tecnologia biótica. Eu acho que eu sou mais soldado, né, cara? Vamos selecionar isso aqui. 24 produtos investidos em combate, blá 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 blá. 10% de dano, 10%. Ótimo. Então eu posso alterar o perfil. Deixa eu ver onde é que tá. Pera aí. Enfim, eu dou uma olhada depois, porque eu acho que aqui. Perfil tá aqui. Achei. Eu tenho que me acostumar também com o HUD, porque eu não comecei nada. Mano, a gente vai jogar umas 10, 15 horas desse jogo e tipo, não vai nem arranhar a superfície. Tem muita coisa pra gente dar uma acertada aqui. Vamos para a sua nave. Para a minha nave. Cadê? Como é que sobe aqui, animal de teta? Tits animal. Como é que faz? Container aqui. Os itens também eu vou pegando, ó, fuzil de precisão Widow 1. Vamos dar uma olhada aqui. Ó, eu tenho duas pistolas, eu tenho essa aqui e essa aqui. A que eu tô ela é mais forte. Finalmente eu peguei uma... Como é que eu ativo você, minha filha? Bom, eu acho que eu vou ter que... Deixa eu entrar numa missão, porque aí eu acho que eu consigo ativar... colocar ela. Mas vamos aqui na minha nave. Ela de criogenia. Lá, 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 lá. Essa animação é meio tosquinha do loading. Mas tudo bem. Ah não, eu fui pro lado errado. Ala de atracação. Aqui. Olá.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style.
Mm-hmm.
They call her the Tempest.
Ah, não é a Normandy, mas... Tempest, ok. Normandy cover.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetronix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
Yeah. Let's go see the rest of Helios.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know.
Safado.
I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
A iniciação. É, galera, a gente tá começando o jogo ainda. A gente não começou o jogo ainda. Agora que as coisas vão começar a andar.
Everything state of the art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Glad to see you're doing so well, Scott.
Ela não vai me chamar de Pathfinder, né?
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below.
Eles não têm o Joker, mas tá tudo certo.
Together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really gonna be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Uhum. Ok, essa cara de bunda dele é muito...
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table or just get the crew together.
Ó, aqui deve ser uma dos lugares, mimimi. Vamos aqui pra ponte. Captain on the bridge. Não tem ninguém pra falar comigo? Ok.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Ah, time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Kalojath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Plenty of dangers out there, but I'll do my best to avoid them.
That's reassuring. Wouldn't want to lose my finest work to that angry cloud. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
We signed on for the big stuff when we came to Andromeda.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
We were all expecting a golden world. Now there's just a long road ahead. But hold on to that dream. It might see us through.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Eu só escolho as falas mais legais, mas já perceberam. Tem que falar com o coração. Tchau!
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
Ui!
To Eos, then. What would have been our Habitat 1?
Esta é a Galáxia de Andromeda.
Maybe we can turn things around.
Não, aliás, esse aqui é o aglomerado de Helios. O progresso dá 10% aqui. Um começo melhor. Vamos até lá.
System, Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated Eos.
It was supposed to be an easy first step. Until no one else showed and we got clobbered. Twice.
Why has Sam altered frequency detection?
What are we hearing, Sam?
There is a signal, Pathfinder. I recommend an immediate examination of Eos.
Bom, então estamos chegando aí no sistema. A chegada do planeta é bem legal. E agora a gente vai começar o jogo pra valer, galera. Mass Effect is on. Vamos escanear aqui. Vamos embarcar aqui no Eos. Então aqui a gente tem as armas, né? Aqui a gente pode trocar finalmente. Eu acho que eu vou colocar o fuzil de assalto aqui. Opa, não. E aqui eu vou colocar uma fuzil de precisão. Widow One. Aí. Então... Ah, mas o peso aqui influencia. Safado. Temos as coisas do desordeiro aqui. Não, iniciativa 1. Bom, por enquanto a gente vai usando isso aqui. Temos alguns mods também. Aqui nos mods, deixa eu ver o que dá pra selecionar. Não tenho nenhum mod. Consumíveis aqui a gente tem capacitor de escudo, munição incendiária, mas tem munição criogênica. O esquadrão, isso aqui é importante. A gente vai ter que escolher 2 pessoas para nos assessorar. Eu vou pegar a Vetra e a Cora. Porque é claro, você já tem que ir fazendo aí o arenzinho. Arenzinho do Luquinho, vamos lá, vamos lá. Ah, aqui tem o mod também das armas. Eu acho que as armas eu tenho. Eu tenho o carregador pesado. E tenho a coronha 1. Omni lança. Então, aqui eu tenho que pegar, galera. Ó, preparo para combate 3, preparo para combate 5. Depois eu tenho que dar uma acertar. Então, beleza. Vamos aqui para a missão. Para pousarem os...
Integrating search area from Sam. How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no idea.
Multisensory neural collation. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board.
Spinning
up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
We'll get a better read on this pass than the Nexus has had in months.
What? I said a lot of people have their hopes pinned on us. They gave up on Eos. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
This is exactly why we came. A new galaxy, a new ship. I can't wait to get both a little dirty.
Pathfinder, the Tempest checks out. We're good.
Beleza.
Take us down.
You have no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to say that.
E agora sim, vamos descer no primeiro planeta.
Shields holding, adjusting entry.
We got this, right?
Hell.
Nossa, esse é um planeta bom para os humanos morarem? É um deserto.
There. Set us down at this nav point.
Nossa, a cara de bunda dele, tipo... sabe? Bom...
What are we even supposed to do here?
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge. Eos deployment was incomplete due to environmental hazards and ultimately hostile encounters.
A gente pode pegar aqui a...
If Eos is like Habitat 7, that signal we scanned must be connected with the atmosphere. We could use the outpost's antenna to track it down.
Agora sim.
Door's getting emergency power, but it's code locked.
Site 1 issued individual security codes. Each outpost self-organizes and sets its own protocol.
Just say we can't open it without codes.
We can't open it without codes.
They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
How would they know? They didn't have a Pathfinder.
They do now. We'll make Eos a home.
This analysis provides us with important research data, Pathfinder. If you continue to scan and collect this data, we can utilize it to develop new technologies and upgrades for equipment, such as your weapons and armor.
Ah, legal. O datapad tá aqui.
Gives us access if we need it.
We suffered our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere. Lockley tried to cover our crops. Lost his footing. Got swept away. His wife is still in cryo. Maybe by the time they wake her up, I'll know what to say.
Então vamos restaurar aqui a energia do local 1 e a gente tem que limpar a radiação atmosférica. Agora temos acesso.
Main door had power, but not the interior doors?
Full functionality would require an active power relay station.
That means the antenna
Mensagem para Nick Tanilopoulos.
is out of power too.
Cagar essas mensagens.
The logs might tell us what's up with the power relay. I got a partial log, but I can't turn on the antenna. Something's blocking the power.
A remote lock is active. The interference originates from a nearby power relay tower.
Onde é que tá isso?
Let's check out this relay tower. Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The radiation in Eos's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Radiation? Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masts to dampen the brunt of contamination.
But if we go out...
Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. We get it running, maybe buildings get power.
And we can hunt.
It's inoperable, Pathfinder.
Too long in this environment without power.
Standard equipment. That's all we had to give them.
Abriu aqui? Vamos ver.
Guess that ship wasn't Ket then. They don't knock.
There are people here? We thought everyone left was gone.
Of course you did. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken.
I'm not a salvager. I'm a pathfinder. We've come to fix all this.
Call me Clancy. Pathfinder, huh? Like that changes much. The Nexus just can't let Eos go, can it? However much it fails down here.
I'm tracking a signal that will help Eos. I only need power for the antenna.
Look, I cut the power for a reason. The Ket are patrolling today. You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Help me with the power relay, and I'll take care of the Ket.
You're crazy. Though maybe it's a good crazy. Okay, I'll enable the generators out there. You want to poke the tiger, it's on you.
Ok.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.
Vamos ligar os geradores aqui. E vamos cutucar os alienígenas. Que na verdade somos nós, né, no caso. Ui! Dá pra dar esses peidinhos aqui.
There's an error in the startup sequence. Manual input required.
Opa.
Damn it.
Please scan one of the pylons to determine a hackable input location.
Faço uma varredura. Ah, tá.
Generator interface possible. Location marked.
Onde que é? Ah, o gerador ali em cima. Ai, droga. Calma, tia.
Generator is active. Sam, our friend Clancy, was he part of the outpost team here?
No, Pathfinder. According to Nexus records, he's stationed in the hangar bay.
So he used his clearance to sneak off the station. Make some credits on the side.
Don't sound so impressed.
Nossa. A movimentação em alguns lugares é bem estranha.
We've got company.
Cara, puto, putaço. O escolhido. Ah, vocês entenderam porque eu gosto de sniper nesse jogo, né? Ai, droga, errei. Mas logo logo a gente vai pegar umas snipers melhores até. Cadê você, amiguinho? Era. Ô, tia! Já era os cats?
They weren't kidding about the cat.
The power relay station is ready for activation, Pathfinder.
Tá, vamos falar com o tiozinho lá. Eu odeio essa escada aqui deles. E aí, seus vagabundos?
Sure, use the power relay. Hell, take whatever you like. Word of advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter, you'll need a ride.
A ride?
Shuttles aren't fun in these winds. You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
I'll take another look around the outpost.
Just finding it won't be enough. Hope you're smarter than we were. We're heading to our shuttle. Keep this up. Maybe next time we'll find more than just salvage around here.
Don't suppose you've got anything we can use?
Então aqui tem um comerciante, porque ele vende algumas coisas aqui. E a gente pode vender algumas coisas. Eu não sei, embora seja muito raro... Tá. Venda começando por créditos. Tá. A vendedora sucata. Confirmar. Ok. Tá, eu vendi a sucata aqui. Eu tenho 970 créditos. Aqui a gente tem a Raptor 1. E eu não sei se dá pra comparar. Page down, comparar, desligado. Page down. Ela é um pouquinho pior do que a minha. Bom, por enquanto a gente vai deixando assim. Depois eu vejo aí o que ele tem. Vamos ver os controles aqui. Controle de energia.
We should have access to everything in Site 1 now, right, Sam?
Correct. Plus, I've located the source of the signal we detected in orbit. It's coming from the large alien structure just beyond Site 1. The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used to adjust the atmosphere on the previous planet. It's worth investigation.
That almost feels like a lead. Damn right it's worth investigating.
A warning. Radiation levels beyond the perimeter of Site 1 are well above acceptable limits. You cannot proceed without additional protection.
All the more reason to see if that alien structure can make a difference to this planet. Come on. We better find that vehicle Clancy mentioned.
Ok.
Now the power is restored, we can investigate the nearby buildings.
Vou pegar isso aqui. Um desordeiro dissidente. Agora eu tenho que encontrar o veículo, cara. Nossa, esse jogo aqui ele vai me consumir muito tempo, cara. Tipo, parece que eu comecei a gravar o vídeo agora e tipo, já foi 1 hora de vídeo. Nossa, eu tô ferrado. Local 1, promessa. Promessa que vocês são os idiotas. Aqui eu peguei um pouco de munição. O que é isso aqui?
Well, what do you know? The Outpost's research center is still intact.
Updating the Tempest on this critical recovery.
Research was always key to the initiative. We'll need it here too.
We're not scavenging anymore. This is how we rebuild.
Someone else agrees. This research center was used recently to monitor the alien signal.
This gives us the tools to find the source, and maybe whoever else is looking.
Legal. Bom, eu também estou ouvindo o sinal aqui mais ou menos. Deixa eu ver se ele vai me ajudar em alguma coisa. Bom, tem um terminal aqui. Elemento 0.
The research station is back online. I've provided a list of weapons we can build by gathering the required components.
Então, aqui no centro de pesquisa, a gente pode pesquisar armas. Uau, isso é legal. A gente poderia Legal, fuzil de ataque silicone 1, 2, 3, 4. Será que ele é melhor? Ele não, a cadência não é tão melhor assim, mas a gente teria que fazer esse aqui para depois fazer esse aqui e por aí vai, né? Temos armaduras aqui do Hiper Guardião. Isso aqui é legal. Soldado N7, mano, que da hora. O Shepard. Potencializações, ó. A gente tem algumas aqui. No desenvolvimento aqui a gente pode... Com alguns materiais a gente pode fazer aqui algumas... Peraí. Algumas armas. Ó, as que eu tô, elas são muito boas, cara. Aqui só tem melhor a cadência, a precisão aqui. Enfim, eu acho que eu vou ficar com o que eu tô. Opa, não. Eu mandei fazer alguma coisa? Bom, enfim, a gente pode usar várias coisas aqui. Bom, eu tenho que encontrar o veículo também. Será que ele tá aqui?
Special requisition, all-terrain scout rover. A Nomad, 6-wheel drive, jump jets, just what you need.
The initiative only built a few.
This must be what Clancy meant.
The crate requires an access code from a forward station. Forward stations act as emergency resupply checkpoints. Several are currently in orbit.
I can call one down. Let's find a good spot.
Bom, então a gente pode acionar uma estação avançada aqui pra gente pegar o código e liberar o carro. A gente tem que ainda liberar... limpar...
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Oh!
Looks like the forward station supply.
Vamos ver aqui, o protocolo de vazão iniciado.
Eyes are intact.
Downloading Nomad Crate access code.
Temos equipamento aqui também, que eu acho que aqui a gente pode trocar o equipamento da missão. Legal. O que mais? Strike container da Nomad, beleza. Do Nomad. Lá, 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 estou correndo, lá, 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 lá. Voa! Lá, 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 voa! Beleza. Abemos carro. É o Batmóvel. Oh, da hora. Isso é novo. Cara de bunda que eles ficam é muito boa. Vamos entrar no Nomad. Ó, que legal, velhinho. Olha que da hora. Nossa, eu brincando com isso aqui vai ser uma desgraça total, né? Enfim. Acho que eu teria que ir pra lá, né, no caso.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
Então eu tenho que correr aqui para o suporte de vida. Então aqui eu acho que a gente pode pegar Fast Travel. E aqui a gente vai ter que acertar. Ó, aqui encontrar uma forma de remover os bloqueios de lembrança do Sam. Não. O que é isso aqui? Nossa, ali tem alguma coisa. Ah, não. Eu posso sair do carro, será? Eu quero subir aquele morro ali.
Can't get traction. It's too steep. Switch to 6-wheel drive. It'll get you up there in a snap.
Bom, aqui tem um modo de tração. Ah, tá, são dois modos. Tem um modo de tração e um modo tipo pra corrida. Nossa, tá sendo um desastre brincar com a Nomad aqui.
Remember the Nomad's jump jets. They'll get you over most obstacles. If you need more juice, the boosters can accelerate you out of trouble. Got them all.
Aqui a gente tem um galho de lembrança.
What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as...
Got it. Signals coming from that structure up ahead.
Bom, aqui a gente tem um computador de mineração. A gente pode lançar um drone de mineração pra... Tipo aqui, ó. Opa.
Radiation levels increasing.
Bom, não sei, não tenho drone de mineração ainda. Aqui é uma condição segura. E aqui eu acho que a gente começa a pesquisar aqui. Cadê a droga? A gente vai ter que ir até aqui, né? Mas, peraí, vamos voltar para a missão prioritária, um começo melhor. Tá, agora a gente chegou até aqui. Bom, galera, acho que eu vou salvar aqui pra gente finalizar este vídeo. Então a gente pegou aqui o carro Nomad e a gente começou a explorar Eos, que é o novo mundo aí. Agora sim, demos o start no jogo, agora vai começar a ficar legal. O vídeo foi muito de conversas e aprender coisas básicas, mas acredito que o terceiro episódio vai ser já mais superação. Eu vou ficando por aqui então, um abração pra todo mundo e explode aí, vagabundo. Falou, fui. Corre, corre, Cora. Cora.